Okay. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classics as Non-Classic. This is episode number 1434 and Doubleshot number 1328. Yeah, first two comic corners here. And this one here is two finales. First up it is King Deadpool, Volume 2. Yeah, no subtitle for this one, surprisingly. Yeah, that's something I thought was quite strange about this run. No subtitle, just simply called King Deadpool. This collects Deadpool volume, I believe, let's see. I'm trying to think here. Let's see, 2 is 2008. 3, 4. Yeah, this is 6. Volume 6. Issues 7 through 10. Yep, this is the end of Kelly Thompson's very brief run in this book. Yep. Also, this will be the first time I'm talking about this crossover, King in Black. Yeah, the last issues a tie into that for some reason. Yep. So with this one, they pretty much have the first 3 issues is Deadpool trying to fix Alyssa Bloodstone. There's a curse inside of the bloodstone she's got in her hand. Yeah, the bloodstone was actually originally her father's, so it was given to her. So Deadpool removes it, put it inside himself, and of course he self-destructs, obviously. And then of course Alyssa Bloodstone takes back the stone. Oh yeah, and also in this book, they pretty much in a way, it seems like Deadpool and Alyssa Bloodstone kind of become a couple. Yep. And then of course they get wrapped up with the King in Black because, well, the goo shows up and of course possesses Jeffrey, the cute shark. Then he gets freed, and everyone's celebrating, and that's it. That's literally all that happens here. Yeah, I should point out the artwork here is by Gerardo Salvo. Yeah, this has got multiple different cover artists here. For 7 through 9, it is Chris Bachalo with Alan Valle, this issue 7 and 8. Tim Townsend, this issue 9. Gerald Serrato, who's the interior artist, does that with Chris Semmer, who's a colorist. This issue 10. Yep. Fun issues. Give this one roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, just be a fun book. Final thoughts on this surprising, very brief run for Deadpool. Yes, here's the strange thing though. Out of all the runs for Deadpool, this one's the shortest at only 10 issues. This is even shorter than Scotty Young's run. That was 15 issues, that one. That one, I didn't know what was the reason why that book ended. It just ended after 15 issues. Apparently, Scotty Young felt he was done with the book. At 15 issues, okay, and at least published an annual. This book, not really sure why it ended for. And you know what the strange thing is? Since this book ended, there's been no Deadpool books coming out. You're probably thinking, what? No Deadpool? Yeah, no Deadpool. Yeah, that's kind of the strange thing about this book. I mean, the book came out let's see if I can find the right, let's see. Yeah, this I thought was quite strange. No, that's not it there. Here we go, okay. So, the final issue came out 5 months ago. Yeah, 5 months ago. That is how long this last issue came out. And apparently we're not getting our book for till 2022 for some reason. Don't know why. It's kind of weird. We don't have a Deadpool book now. Yes. Seriously, there's no reason to cancel the book. Yes. There is no reason for this at all. Yeah. Let's see if I can find it, because I don't think he's appeared since this book ended. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Because I haven't... Okay, he has popped up in Sabbath Avengers, Deadpool Nerdy, number 1. He popped up in Sabbath Avengers for issues 17 through 19, and X-Force, well, issue 20, which is part of the Hellfire Gala story arc, which apparently he's a bad guy for some reason. Don't know why. But yeah, that's his most recent appearance. But as a lot of people think it's weird that there's no Deadpool comic, yeah, this is the first time since 2008 we haven't had one. So, let me get this straight. So after 13 years of basically having a regular Deadpool comic, we don't have any? Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's no reason for this at all. Was it canceled due to low sales? Who the heck knows? It just ended. No announcement, just the fact that Deadpool ended after only 10 issues. Yes. By far, one of Marvel's dumbest decisions. Why would you end a book by a popular character like Deadpool? Yeah, there's no reason for it to end. It just ended. Yes, seriously. Alright, moving on to another finale. Squadron Supreme, Volume 3, Find Namor. We'll find Namor. This collects Squadron Supreme, Volume 4, issues 10 to 15. Of course, written by James Robinson, artwork by Leonard Kirk. Yep, this is simply the end of this book. Yep. And with this one, you kind of have also set up with the final issue set up for 2 ongoing series that were published at the same time with this. Well, I'll get to that. Don't worry about that. So, basically, the Squadron Supreme was still on the run from everybody because they killed Namor in the first issue and, of course, destroying Atlantis. So, they decided to, at one point, break into the Baxter building. So, apparently, they abandoned the Oracle Corporation. And they're basically at some underground post. And, oh yeah, they also have fighting Blue Marvel and the fake Power Princess. Excuse me, from the opening story arc. Yep. And then eventually Hyperion and Dr. Spectrum decided to undo the death of Namor from the start of the series and restore Atlantis. And according to Namor, who he basically works with, he also basically tells Nighthawk the Squadron Supreme is finished. And I'll get to Nighthawk, what happens in a minute. So, they pretty much bring it back. And, of course, Human Torch is in this book. And they kind of, in a way, turn him, Nighthawk turned him from the Human Torch to Human Reactor. Yep, and then the group just disbands. If you're curious, though, what happened to this group, well, Hyperion got a short-lived ongoing series right after this. Matter of fact, the last page leads into his ongoing series. Nighthawk, same thing, leads to his short-lived ongoing series. They got canceled, only 6 issues. So, yeah, this whole 15-issue series takes place before those 2 series. Blur joined S.H.I.E.L.D. Thundera took her daughter Lyra, who also was the daughter of the Hulk. Took her to Weird World, and still there. Let's see. Dr. Spectrum went to New Attilan, which I don't think she was seen since then. Let's see. Let's see. Namor still pops up here, so don't worry about him. And Power Princess, I don't think she's doing anything. Nope, not really. But yeah, there's Squadron Supreme for you. And there hasn't been technically a Squadron Supreme comic published since then. Though they did bring back the Squadron Supreme in Jason Aaron's Avengers set up for Heroes Reborn. Yep. But yeah, that's a series for you. Yes, all 3 trades. That shockingly has got the same artist on it, which that is something that doesn't have much nowadays. Yeah, surprisingly, Leonard Kirk did all 15 issues of this whole book. Yeah, he did for the first issues. I think he did this one too, I'm mistaken. Well, he did it for issues 6 to 8. He skipped only 1 issue, issue 9. Aside from that, that was pretty much like... Yeah, he did pretty much almost this entire series. I love the cover art here. I believe this is Alex Ross, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. I think he does all of the covers. Let's see. Well, this one's Alex Ross. This one here, the cover of this one's done by Alex Gardner, not Alex Ross. This one looks like an Alex Ross cover. Let's see. No, it's Alex Gardner again. Yep. But that's what is this one. This one, I believe, is... Let's see. Yeah, so... Pretty good series, all things considered. And, well... well, I gotta do this now. Final thoughts on James Robinson's run at Marvel. I have pretty much reviewed everything from his time at Marvel. From 2014 to 2017. I have reviewed everything. Not just this series. I have also reviewed Fantastic Four, All New Invaders, Scarlet Witch, Nick Fury, Cable, Armor Wars, and Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies. My thing about James Robinson's run, with the exception of the two... Oh yeah, I also did review Amazing Time Family Business, which I think was actually the first book he did at Marvel, if I'm not mistaken. Now, James Robinson's books are all really good. None of them are terrible. Always a big, humongous ending to them. You always leave, basically, when you get to the last issue, you feel very happy. And he does wrap up each story pretty well. And the only big problem is, with his run, is for some reason, the first 4 books he worked on, 3 of whom only lasted 15 issues. And those were Scarlet Witch, this series, and All New Invaders. Do not know the reason why 15 issues seems like a big magic number for Marvel to end his books at. And of course, the shortest titles being Cable and Nick Fury. Yeah, 5 issues. Those two don't know the reason for it. Could be low sales, possibly. Nick Fury at least was a good title. Cable was actually, I would say, of all the series that James Gunn was working on was ongoing, Cable was by far his weakest series he worked on. All the rest of the books were fantastic, really good. The 2 miniseries worked on for Secret Wars, fantastic, really good books. And here's kind of the strange thing, though. He only worked on one shot from his tenure at Marvel from 2014 to 2017. Yeah, surprisingly, only one. The only thing outside of ongoing series he worked on in 2 miniseries, he did a short story of Avengers number 0. Which, that's interesting, though that basically set up this particular book. Yep. Now, I do know that basically Scarlet Witch, his one for Scarlet Witch, there is a complete collection of that. Yep, I do know about it. No, I'm not going to buy it because I own the individual trades for it. Plus, I own pretty much almost all the issues of that run. Along with Howard the Duck. Surprisingly. Yeah, as far as I can tell, a lot of these books, there was no reason to end them. None whatsoever. Well, except Fantastic Four, that was due to bitterness and pettiness on the part of Marvel's blood feud with Fox. But a lot of the other books, there was no reason to end them. Yeah. But that is the end of James Robinson's run at Marvel because, like I said, I have reviewed everything he did for Marvel. No, in case you're curious though, I technically have not reviewed Captain America's Anniversary. He did work on that. That came out in 2009, mind you. I'm talking about his tenure when he was hired as a writer in 2014. That's when he started his run, and ended his run in 2017. I have covered everything. Every single bit of it. Of his run. If you think of the stuff he worked on before this, seems like working on like a one-shot issues or like one issue here and there. Not a lot of stuff here. And I do have a theory of why he left Marvel. Why he left after only being there for 3 years. Well, if you think about it, 4 years. He probably got tired of the politics at Marvel. And the fact that he probably had a lot of disagreements with Axel Alonso. Despite the fact I'm sure Axel probably brought him in, he probably had a lot of disagreements with him on directions of characters, or the fact that if you look at it, basically, like in the case of, let's just say the first 2 titles they worked on, like both of them tied to Original Sin. Did they tie to Access? No, neither of them did. In the case of Civil War 2, yes, one each. Yeah, surprisingly. And he probably also got tired of the fact that his books had to be part of some crossover. I think like the only books he worked on that wasn't tied to some crossover was Cable and Nick Fury. Though Cable was part of sort of Regenesis for the X-Men as part of the Regenesis initiative, Advent of Humans vs. X-Men. But as part of the initiative, but a tying crossover, he probably was getting sick and tired of it. And he probably also disagreed with ending his books at particular points. Yeah. The only book I kind of felt this, though, if you think about it, the only book I kind of felt he had a lot of creative control over was All New Invaders. That was a really damn good title. And one of, like, 2 titles I kind of think of where these 2 books should not have ended. No. The other book being Scarlet Witch. Fantastic Four, understandable why that ended. Squadron Supreme, well, my personal theory why this book ended was because I don't think that Robert Namor plans the book. It seemed like a lot of the time we read the book, it seems like with this book he had no real direction of the book at some points. Scarlet Witch, he had a pretty good idea with that one. That one he had a lot of creative freedom with that one. That was a really good book. Love it. Nick Fury, just pure fun spy stuff. Cable, I think that was another book, aside from Squadron Supreme, he had no idea what to do with that book. He just, oh yeah, let's have Cable time travel through time and have none people associated with him appear in the book for reasons. Yep. So yeah, that's it, particular review. One more Comic Corner, and that'll be it for tonight, okay? 6th video. Bye.